been doing that a lot. And so I figured I would jump on while I'm waiting for my brother to pick me up. We're going to go to up near Buffalo and look at cars there and stuff. So I'm pretty excited. But anyway, we're having our morning Diet Pepsi. Hooray! Let's see if I can open this. Sorry, I don't have the tripod, so it's a little wonky. That's better. Try and get the cobwebs out of my brain. Thank you for hitting the like button. So, yep, we're just going to sit here till he comes, however long that is. Good morning, 25. How are we? He should be here maybe 10, 15 minutes. I don't know. Might be 3 minutes. Sometimes my brother comes early. He operates on a different schedule. He has kids, so he's up with the chickens. Me, I'm a sleep in kind of gal. So, what's on the agenda today, 25? Doing anything good? Yep. So, it is a little chilly today. It's still kind of shorts weather, but I probably could have gotten away with pants. Nice little breeze, though. The birdies are all out, and so, yep, that is pretty much all that I have to report this morning. We're going car shopping still. We've been on this car thing for a while. I hear you, 25. I have housework I could have done while I was waiting, but I decided to come sit outside to get some fresh air. My neighbors are cutting their grass. We probably ought to do that too. It had rained the last couple of days, so isn't that always amazing? You hear somebody's lawnmower and then you're like, oh God, I need to do mine. It's like adult peer pressure. So I heard the smell of fresh grass is a distress hormone they give off when they're dying, when the blades are dying or something. I don't even remember where I read that, but somewhere. Yeah, I found one I want, and I probably should have just got it a couple days ago because everyone that I've looked at since, I still want that other one. So, I don't know. But my brother gets really good deals at this car place, so he said he has something similar, so I'm going to go take a look at it and see what I think. Well, we went. my husband and I both had two paid off cars, and the frame went on mine in October, and the transmission went on his in February. So we've been without a car since February. And luckily, my dad, and my husband work at the same place, and it's not far away from here. So dad just picks him up and takes him to work. And then, uh, yeah, my parents live in the same city, so they've been able to take me to like doctor's appointments and stuff. But still, it'd be nice to have our own car again. Because, you know, you don't want to be like, hey, Ma, can you take me to the store to get some beer? you know? So it'll be nice to have our own car again. It's still going to be weird to share a car because it's been a while since we've had to share a car. And we both like completely different things in cars, and we both drive completely differently. And so it's definitely going to be a challenge for a little while. We're hoping we're hoping we can get a second one soon, but it's kind of looking sketch. But it should be a process. But also makes it hard. My husband works until 3 p.m. So, and not a lot of places are open on the weekends. So basically, we've gone through the lots on the weekends, and if we have seen something we like, we go test drive it after 3. So depending on if I like this car or not, that and I drive just to drive for no reason at all. Oh yeah, 25. All-wheel drive is usually the best. I've had a front wheel drive and I managed with good snow tires, but all-wheel drive is definitely better. So I'm looking at like Subaru Foresters. That and it snows a good chunk of the year here. I would say we have inclement weather at least 6 months a year. And when we do have bad weather, it's bad weather. Like we're talking feet of snow where I'm at. So it's important to have a car that's good in the winter. And ideally, if you can, you want to get something that sits a little further off the road because the road salt and stuff. That's actually why a lot of our cars have over the years have ended up going is because the road salt will eat the frame and well not eat, but you know what I mean. It'll eat the frame, and if your frame's bad, New York won't pass your car. So we definitely have humid summers. Like we don't always get really high temperature wise. I mean, high average or the high temperature around here is usually about 190. I would say that's on the high end, but our humidity is something else. So it might only be 80, but it's gross and sticky like it's 100. So, yep, I keep rocking. Oh, it's garbage night. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . It is garbage night. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, no, NC. I went to bed. I stayed up. I guess I started to doze off around 2:30, and so I've been asleep and woke back up. Still tired though. I might need a nap. But we're going car hunting again. I'm gonna ride with my brother up to a dealership up near Buffalo. Eey, I guess I do look a little like I need to put my face on. I don't wear makeup or anything. Not usually. Job interviews and sometimes funerals. This is when I wear makeup. But yep, I can already kind of tell that the summer here is going to be pretty wet. Cambry, how you doing, bud? It's been a minute. We're still plodding along here at the Bear Den. What have you been up to, Cambry? All good, I hope. Oh, that'll do it. I don't know where to hold the camera. So, dooby dooby doo. And see, I think I'm gonna buy a Subaru. But yeah, I really, um, my old job, we had a Toyota RAV4 that we drove, and I just didn't like it. It was too narrow in the seat compartment, and so I just didn't care for it. That particular model, the RAV4. Yeah, it is. I had an '03 Forester, and we ended up putting like 300,000 miles on it, I think. I didn't get my license until I was 33. And the first year, my great grandfather had made me a deal. If I got my license, he would give me a car. So my first car was a 96 Chevrolet Lumina. And the first year I got it, it only had like 79,000 miles on it. And it was, at the time, it was nearly 10 years old. So, um, anyway, I got my Lumina, and the first year I had it, I put 80,000 miles on it in 1 year. And I didn't think I was doing anything that was abnormal, but everyone's like, oh my God, you put 80,000 miles on a car in a year. But I went everywhere with that thing. Like, I drove to the Adirondacks, every road in New York, pretty much, except for the city. I took that bad girl everywhere. Until I wrecked her on Thanksgiving. Oh, I was so sad. Oh, nice, NC. But I have kind of always gotten. Everybody usually gives me their car when they're getting a new car. So I've kind of gotten hand me down cars more so. I've only ever bought one, but I've never bought one with a loan. So, um, but I've kind of gotten everybody's hand me down cars. Like, if they're getting a new car, they'll give me their old one. But it's been nice though, not having to buy a car. So the only car I had that I didn't really like was a Kia Optima. It was really, it just, it's a good car for like what my grandma used it for, like just for getting around the city. But it wasn't a great car for how I use cars, which is basically have car will travel. So, and it didn't do as great on like I live in a very hilly area in New York, and the Kia Optima didn't do as good on the hills. Of course, it's only a little four banger, I guess. But so, yep, that is my excitement for the day. Yes, sir. Mm, I don't know. Mm, maybe. Oh, thank you, Light. Oh, honey, my skincare routine is the simplest skincare routine you will ever see in your life. um, Literally, it is the Walmart um Walmart sensitive skin body wash. That's it. And Aveeno moisturizer when my skin feels ashy. So easy. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, honey. If that's what makes you feel good and it makes your skin better, then hey, sometimes whatever works. But also, sometimes you have to be careful with skincare because the more you use, it can actually be counterproductive. So, my great grand always just used ivory. I still have wrinkles and stuff, but oh, honey, I'm sure you don't. But yep, I really don't do very much with my skin. I actually break out a lot, so I have to be really careful. Stop drinking 3 cups of coffee a day. Well, I don't know if we need that kind of negativity in our life. I do agree with the sleep and drink water, but as you can see, I myself have a terrible caffeine problem. So they will pry my Diet Pepsi and Diet Mountain Dew out of my cold, dead hands. Um, I quit all the other bad stuff I used to do. I don't really drink a lot. Okay, I did the other day, but I don't smoke anymore. So the Diet Pepsi is the last bad habit I have. Oh, Lightbow, I understand completely. I just can't stay away from the caffeine. Now, I did switch to unsweet tea for a while. That was okay. It was actually quite devoid of all joy and happiness, but it was all right. Hi, Muhib. Yes, I know I only have 4 likes. Most of my audience comes in at night when I do my music live streams, or I do crafting live streams. It just depends. I agree, 25. I should really quit it because I do have blood pressure trouble, but honestly, I am so hooked on it. If I don't have enough, I get a really nasty, terrible, almost migraine headache. And so I have to have at least a little bit or I can't function. but that's one of those things where if someone were like, Mary, I can't quit my caffeine, I understand. Good morning, Michael's World. Thank you. I hope you do too. I'm going to look at cars today. We will see if Mary gets a car by the end of the week. I need to because Mr. Mary is going to a concert on July 1st, and he would like us to have our own car by then. So, but I saw a car I really loved. I test drove it. It's got a dent, and it's a little high on the price, on the budget side. If I can talk them down to something reasonable, I'd do it. But my brother knows a guy at this dealership, so we're going to go take a look at a similar car and see what they can do price wise. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, I need to take this home and have my husband look at it because, for some reason those words mean more to people than I'm not sure if I want it right now. Little do they know I make all of the decisions anyway, so. Oh, light bow, I won't. Japanese, yes, but I've had Chevys more than any other car, and I like Chevys. It's just they're kind of low to the ground, and where I live it snows all the time, so their frames tend to rot out quicker. So I wanted to get something a little higher this time, and so I'm going to a little higher, a little more like an SUV, but not exactly. Oh, Fisherman, hey, what's up? Hello, Santosh. Where is this boy at? Yeah. But the car I like, it's got a fair amount of miles on it, but it's really more than I want to pay. So I don't know. I might just say screw it and get it anyways, but I have driven a Chevy to a levee, but the levee was dry. Good morning, Lucas. How are you? Ben, are you going to pay for it? Yeah, there's no Lambo here in the trailer park, my friend. I'm having an out of body at buying a Subaru. Hi, Megan. How are you? I missed Barry's live this morning. I slept in. Usually, when I get up real early, Barry's on. But it is 10:30 a.m. where I am. So it's got to be about supper time over in the UK. I was only going live for a few minutes. I didn't think my brother was going to take that long to get here, but he's a man of many busy things. Actually, Megan, I'm going up towards a bigger city to look at another dealership. After I look at this dealership, though, depending on what I find, I might go today and get the car. Wow, that SUV. A picture of that SUV, that is great, but I drive way too much for that. I would have to get petrol every 10 minutes. Yeah. As I was saying, my husband has a concert to go to on the 1st of July, and so he would like to have our own car by then. So I kind of need to get on it. They do. He would say that too. My brother would be like, "You women are always late." And I'm like, "Where are you?" I'm always early because I have to get there first, scope the scene, use the John, that kind of thing. Get a drink. Oh, that might be him. Usually my mom and I, if we go someplace, we're always early. But I don't know, I get like anxious if I'm if I don't arrive in enough time. He's going to see Three Dog Night. They're a band from the 70s and his favorite, so we had a little extra money in the kitty, so that's right, Ben. You will. Fabulous. All right, guys. My brother's here, so I'm going to go. Thanks for dropping by the Bear Den. Bye.